did want you to beat the true final boss, the regular final boss, but I do not blame you for not wanting to beat this. I think it's really fun, the whole section, but I know
man.
I know you.
This is masochistic. This is wildness.
But it's also the fun game that you like to play. Ah!
Is it gonna read all those things to you?
Nope. It stops reading them after the first time.
Man, so it does. The game does have the intelligence
Yeah.
to do that. It just doesn't do that any other time in the game.
Well, yeah, it doesn't have a skip cutscene button. That's what it really needs. Skip cutscene button.
Yeah.
I got no hearts from those things. But I would have gotten them. They were in spikes. Wow, I ended up getting way harder than I thought I would. Yeah, I always love this kind of stuff.
Super hard, crazy shit.
I wouldn't call myself masochistic. I just like when it's like, oh, this is a challenge, but it's not like insane. It's like
Pretty insane.
Something I can do.
It kind of feels like Mario Maker. Feels like Mario Maker pre the checkpoint update. You know, when like people make Mario Makers that are just like way too hard, and it would take like forever to get through them, and if you died like near the end, you just have to start from the beginning again. That's what this feels like.
I at least feel like the regular final boss does a good job of prepping you for this kind of stuff. It's really difficult, but it's not like you can beat the regular final boss. This is something that's like within your range. You just have to try it. It's like, you know, it's like Guitar Hero and stuff. Play those games and you're like, oh, I can't do shit in these games, but then you play them a lot and you just fail a lot and then you get good at them.
That's kind of like anything, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I like there are games that occupy a space where it's like, oh, just play them and you'll win and such.
Sure, yeah.
It's cool to have something where it feels like you're winning, like you're really like doing it. Doing it well. I don't want to blow it up. I keep trying to blow it up. No.
Why do you not want to blow it up?
I was so close, I was probably gonna get hit by an explosion.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Is there an advantage to opening them later, as opposed to sooner?
As opposed to later, as opposed to sooner, as opposed to later, as opposed to sooner.
I think I like games that. I don't know what kind of games I like. What game have I played recently that I like?
Deltarune?
Yeah, Deltarune. I like Deltarune a lot. I like games that kind of play themselves a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like Animal Crossing. I like that.
Well, that's a game without like any objective at all.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? I want to play Katamari Reroll, or I guess that's what it's called, the remake of Katamari.
Yeah.
How do you feel about games like that?
I like Katamari. I definitely like Katamari like a lot.
I figured that'd be something like so up your alley.
Yeah, I really like Katamari. It's really neat. I got frustrated playing it the other day because I kind of forgot how wonk-ass the controls are for that game.
Wonk-ass controls.
Yeah, they're wonk-ass. Like just pushing both control sticks forward.
Yeah.
And to turn and stuff, and it like doesn't really work when you want it to. Sometimes it's just the way it is. But like it's still really cool. I really like games like that. They're just really fun. Like really simple games, I guess. Really, really simple games. This is a pretty simple game too, though. It's just... I don't know.
Difficult.
Yeah, it's difficile.
Difficult games. I was like, I'm dead. I knew I was gonna die.
I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I can give it a shot.
Yeah. I also really don't feel bad about losing like 5 minutes on it. I can't deal with the fact that I lose 10 minutes every time I fail at this when I'm far in.
Oh yeah.
Can I say? It's just satisfying.
Now that is how you win the game.
It's just satisfying doing something you thought you might not have been able to do.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Like, oh shit.
It doesn't even have to be like action. Like I've started playing these games by this development studio called Zachtronics.
Mm-hmm.
And Zachtronics makes these logic games, which are they're just puzzle games, but they're made around systems of logic. So like coding and such.
Yeah. Go on.
And
coding.
The game in particular I've been playing is Shenzhen.io. Shenzhen.io, which is you play as an American guy who studied to become an engineer as he started to
I can't.
As he started to enter the workforce. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, we don't do engineering in America anymore, so fuck off. And he goes to China, and now he's got to work with this bootleg ass, not this bootleg ass, but this very weird...
Ooh, that was death.
Remember, you can get hit by a tiny one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, what's that?
You were talking about
Yeah,
Shenzhen.io.
Shenzhen.
And he went to China.
Yeah. Well, the game is all about putting microcontrollers into circuit boards and then programming them to interpret data and information.
Uh-huh.
Which is like so out of my purview that I'm like fucking totally floundering, but learning it is like really cool and satisfying.
Yeah.
And making a thing that was like, how in fuck hell can I do this? Is really cool.
Totally. That does seem kind of cool.
And since it's a puzzle game, you can just like turn it off and come back to it later and like think about it, which makes it really. What the fuck do I have to do to get this fucker to work? I got all the boards right. I'm pretty sure all my code's up to snuff. So where am I fucking up? Why is this not working?
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's kind of cool.
I should show you it again. Just show you
Yeah.
what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
It comes with its own PDF, which is like you're supposed to print it out as like a booklet that explains how this coding language works. Really rad.
That is kind of cool. That's interesting. That's like sort of like immersive, but also like useful.
Yeah.
I'll try to move a little slower here.
It's not a lot like any other coding language. It's more like assembly, which is like the first coding language.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
assembly.
Yeah, that's what what computers that they used in like the 50s ran on.
Oh really?
Yeah, back when computers weren't Windows and applications. and shit.
Sure. Yeah.
They were just fucking. They were just code and you.
Yeah. Like
graphics user.
Just like a calculator. Yeah. That's sort of interesting, man. Yeah, computers didn't use it. They like practically didn't even like use their screens very much, just to telegraph numbers. Happening.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's kind of like That kind of makes you like really appreciate like the people who had like dreams for computers, because it's like, man, computers were like not at all, you know.
Yeah,
somebody really had to have the vision to be like, oh no, you can do like things with these, like, too.
Yeah, the people behind like the original computer are all philanthropic people. Like, they were all just like, yeah, this is something that everyone should have access to. This is like the beginning of a new age. This is when, you know, the information age starts.
Yeah.
It was very like interesting how like wise they were about that stuff.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
and
all
cool
that
about it. They weren't like,
yes, this is where we corner the market.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I feel like all that is like gone now. I feel like people don't really think a lot about like bigger humanity issues very much anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of disenfranchisement people have. Talk about like, oh, God is dead and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Being the cause and whatever.
Mm-hmm. Being the cause, really.
Well, you know, like this kind of idea that, you know, less central moral values sort of thing.
Yeah.
People now kind of think for themselves, and while that's a good thing for a lot of reasons, it's also like makes it hard for society to move in one direction really well. Watch those rocks. Watch those wrist rockets.
Fuck. Wow. This is probably not going to happen for me.
But you did make it much farther than you did on any other attempt.
I'm just taking things a little bit slower. I'm actually looking at what I'm doing.